Hi everyone, Christina here. Welcome to another card video at my YouTube channel and blog. Today I'm going to be doing some stenciling with glitter paste over foil cardstock. I kind of had this thought in the back of my mind, like how would it look with glitter over the top of foil? And I thought it would be lots and lots of bling and lots of shimmer, and it might be really fun. So I started out by protecting my work surface with the Tonic Easy Clean Matte, and then I took a piece of this die cuts with a view foil cardstock. This is just the gold shade, and I trimmed that down to be slightly smaller than a standard card. I'm going to use the Abstract Triangle Stencil from Simon, and this design was originally a stamp and now it's a stencil, so it's really fun to use. I really love this particular design. It's actually based off of a design that I created with watercolors a long time ago, so I'll try to link that up in the top corner so you can check out the original inspiration from this abstract triangle. So I taped my cardstock onto the stencil. This is so that the glitter paste can go all the way from edge to edge. And I'm going to do two different colors of glitter paste. I've got some champagne glitter paste from Viva, and then I have a rose gold glitter paste from BoBunny. So I'm starting out with the champagne color. And right off the bat, you might notice I've got some weird texture going on, or maybe you can't tell with the glitter, but in person, I could definitely tell something was on the underside of my palette knife. I couldn't tell what it was, but it was scratching and taking things off in a line. And I was really confused. I couldn't figure out why. I think I just had a couple little pieces of glitter from a previous project that I didn't clean off my palette knife. So now I'm dealing with the results from that. So I'm trying to make sure I use a thicker coating of this glitter paste so that that scratching doesn't come through. So I'm making sure to clean off my knife really well in between colors, and I'm going to mix these two colors together so that I have a better transition between the two shades. This is just an easy way to make sure that you have a nice ombre or gradient effect, and mixing these two colors together just makes it easier, so you're not having to sort of mix them on your project. Instead, you've mixed them on your surface off to the side, and then you can bring in that transition shade. So I'm smoothing this down as best that I can, and then I'm going to grab some more of that rose gold glitter paste. I'm going to go straight into that color, but I'm going to clean off my knife first because I'm making sure that I'm cleaning my knife in between dips into the glitter paste. That's because as I'm spreading this around, the palette knife can pick up some of that champagne color, and I don't want to run the risk of contaminating or spreading a different color into this rose gold shade. I want to make sure that it stays nice and clean and the color is very true to whatever else is left in the jar. So I'm spreading this out, trying to fill in any bald patches. Like I mentioned before, there was something on the bottom of my palette knife, and it was kind of scratching off areas and leaving bald patches. So I was having to kind of deal with that. So after I had it all spread out, I needed to remove it from the paper, and it was a little more difficult because I didn't want to touch all the glitter and ruin any of my glitter paste, but I did end up having to touch just the one corner just enough so that I could pull it off. And I was so surprised with the effect and so pleased. I absolutely love this, and there are so many fun colors of foil cardstock out there and lots of glitter paste, so you can use all of that together. I think it would look really cool. I wanted to show you how I clean my stencil. I use this nail brush, has kind of stiff bristles, and I rub that onto the stencil with a little bit of hand soap, or you could use dish soap, and that cleans off the stencil really well. And then to clean up my Easy Clean Matte from Tonic, I used an old gift card, and that just scraped off all the extra glitter. So I let this dry overnight, and this is the result. I really love how it turned out. It's so beautiful and pretty. And I'm going to use this stamp set called Lettered and Lovely from Gina Designs. I'm going to use the one little greeting that says, "I love you." I just wanted something kind of sophisticated and kind of loose. I didn't want anything really stark and graphic to go with this background. So I'm using some vellum, and I've prepped it with an anti-static powder tool. And then I'm using some VersaMark ink to stamp that. I'm going to take this over to some embossing powder. The embossing powder I'm using today is from Brutus Monroe, and this is the white color, which they call alabaster. Tapping off the excess, making sure to tap off on the cardstock so that it gets rid of any of the excess powder. And then when I go to heat it with my heat tool, I'm going to let my heat tool really warm up off to the side before I bring it to my project. And this just makes it so that it's as hot as possible before it touches the vellum, and that helps prevent any warping. So in order to attach the vellum, I thought it would be kind of fun to staple it on and then put a piece of cardstock over the top. And originally I thought I would have that cardstock strip be that same gold foil shade, but then it sort of got lost with that background. So I decided to change it to a very narrow strip of white cardstock. And this is the same white cardstock that I'm going to use for my card base. So in order to adhere that strip, I'm using some Ranger Multimedia Matte Adhesive with a precision tip on that bottle. And then I press that little strip down on top and it just conceals those staples. So my card base is made out of some Nina Classic Crest Solar White 110-pound cardstock. And I scored that at 5.5 to create a top folding card. Then put some foam tape behind my shimmer or glitter paste piece and put that directly over the top of the card base. And that finishes the card for today. This is a really super simple design, but has a lot of impact with all of that shine and shimmer. Thanks so much for watching. I'll be back on Monday with a brand new card video. Until then, happy crafting, and I will see you in the next video.